I knew from the first day that it would be good.
So no, I really like in this Grundtvig project. Where are you, Dota?
I think you are not down to earth.
We are losing people.
The work with minorities.
Communicate. Good at communication.
The lesson we had by this Grundtvig.
To learn at least one more language.
But I learned also things about my own country.
Garant, you are very nice and professional woman.
Yeah, because we saw the result, we saw how it's working.
First time I come to a meeting from Grundtvig.
I've really enjoyed the visits to NGO.
Funny night dancing.
Formal and not informal level.
And this is for me a new way.
And the contrast between these two events
was really nice. And
the first Grundtvig work session took place in Berlin. Not only was the group almost perfectly balanced in terms of equality, 15 men and 13 women, and an age range from 19 to 75. From the Polish photographer to the Bulgarian graphic artist, by the Latvian opera singer to the Italian special needs teacher, or the student of politics, all originating either from large urban or rural contexts, all united by both the curiosity and the will to compare their different outlooks, in the attempt to promote a measure of theoretical and practical intercultural learning, through the discovery of the political, social, historical and economic realities of the countries concerned. This meeting provoked lively discussion concerning the populations of foreign origin living in our various countries, the similarities and differences in their situations and the ways in which the problems are perceived and managed. For example, what about the Poles now in Britain for economic reasons? How is the Romani community viewed in Bulgaria? What is the effect in Latvia of the Russian-speaking minority? And in France, a country with a long history of immigration, what integration mechanisms are in operation and how is integration defined? Representing and defending the interests of the Turkish community in Berlin and in the Brandenburg district, this Federation of Associations and Individuals was founded in 1991 and works for the social and political rights of ethnic minorities and promotes the peaceful coexistence of persons of different origins within German society.
We walk round naked, the heat burns our skins. In Cyclone B our suits are delousing. Cold killer of lice and people in gas chains. This camp is sealed so tight. We sit legs dangling, bacon and bread we know. Sent just a week ago from Warsaw. Held by my mother's hand-in-law. Where is she now? God knows.
Finally, a process of intercultural learning had been initiated since all the participants had been involved in exchanging together and, with the benefit of the mirror created by the exploration of several aspects of German society, in questioning the realities in their own home societies. The second Grundtvig working visit was to Latvia,
Ja, okay. Was ist time für eine Frage?
Latvian hostesses outlined their thinking regarding this second project visit, which consisted on the one hand of exploring the current identity crisis in Latvia today based on language, 42% claiming Russian-speaking descent and 58% Latvian-speaking descent, and on the other hand on the question of citizenship, where it is estimated that there are about 320,000 stateless persons living in Latvia.
When people invaded the western part of Poland, the stickers all we got extends to sign. Officially, his he didn't appear and he said his speech on the day.
I just go to the prison for training, not for private reason.
Daudzu tautu pārstāvji, gaidot būs jau priekšā melni balti, zili zaļi, zelti. Ja tev labi paveiksies,
The biggest impression for me is the meeting in the prison. Interesting way with the reality game. I was a part of this game and
annexation period.
The final evaluation for the Latvian visit underlined the learning achieved, echoing the richness of the discussions and the sharing of opinions which characterized the whole event and which caused our Latvian organizers to say how much they appreciated seeing their country in other lights, through the eyes of others. One participant who several years previously had spent a period of voluntary service in Latvia expressed her appreciation by declaring that she had learned more concerning this Baltic state in 5 days than she had in her previous 9-month stay in the country. The third meeting took place in Britain. The objective of the 3 days was to promote mutual learning by analyzing the theme of relations between majority and minorities in the context of Newcastle upon Tyne. The group traveled to Newcastle to meet Common Ground, an organization designed to provide support to asylum seekers and refugees in the east area of Newcastle. The visit enabled the group to form an overview of issues related to immigration. The majority white British person fears the arrival of immigrants, their installation on British soil and nationalization. A brief and clear presentation from Simon Underwood helped participants to understand the specific context of minority relations in Newcastle. Iram Ali, a city councillor, the first Pakistani woman to be elected in the northern United Kingdom. She said the difficulties of integration are due to 2 factors: the difficulty of accessing services and mental attitudes. This raises the problem of cross-cultural misunderstanding. The aim of the Pakistan Cultural Society is to promote equality and cultural diversity and the social and economic well-being of individuals and communities through the arts, education and intercultural activities. The group appreciated the communication exchange, music, singing, and food. The Pakistani women were very open, sociable, and talked freely with newcomers.
I might be a part of this, a ripple on water from a lonesome drip, a fallen tree that witnessed me, him alone, him and me. That life itself could not aspire to have someone be so admired. I threw creation to my kin with a silence broken by a whispered wind.
Добре.
Non, ce n'était pas le radeau de la Méduse, ce bateau, qu'on se le dise au fond
The
des
fourth
ports,
part of the Grundtvig program was held in Sète and Montpellier. The visit in France was arranged in such a way that the participants could see the realities of Montpellier and Sète.
Ces fluctuations, c'était pas de la littérature, n'en déplaise aux
Lynn Colson, head of the shop, presented the activities of the writing shop which are directly related to the minority-majority theme. Indeed, the various groups touched children, youth, adults are from different minorities such as immigrants, gypsies, and people with a psychiatric disorder. La Chapelle is a church converted into a cultural center. It is situated in an exclusively gypsy area, that is what the Roma people call themselves. Among the participants, some were markedly shocked by the unsanitary conditions of the neighborhood and its dangerous aspect. The group was able to soak up the atmosphere while strolling around a photo exhibition entitled Gypsy Memories, which showed the everyday lives of gypsies in the area. Writing shop. Through the medium of photography and writing, everyone could express their own perceptions according to their culture and individuality. The time visiting Montpellier and Sète allowed participants to experience the local culture. At the dancing tables, first impressions highlighted a focus on multiculturalism visible in both cities, marked by contrasts and mixtures.
Okay, welcome again, good morning everybody. Official step 3.
The group was welcomed into the building of the Institute Paralleli, the Center for European Initiative of Piedmont, which groups together 5 associations. Each association presented its scope and activities, working in the field of intercultural dialogue. The building itself is in a multicultural area, between an Islamic prayer center, a Jewish temple and a Catholic church. In turn, the integration policy is translated into positive experiences at the local level, carried out by local development agencies in neighborhoods, service organizations for immigrants and by micro-enterprises and local businesses that provide access to the labor market. For lunch, the group enjoyed the meal served in the cafeteria of the Casa del Corriere district of San Salvario. Casa del Corriere is the business location for 60 residents associations and over 100 non-resident associations. Activities, approved in advance by the coordinating agency of the structure, are fully managed by the associations. The activities are very diverse. There are 15 immigrants associations, which offer, for example, advice to asylum seekers, Arabic language classes, meeting times. The group visited a sports facility in a neighborhood of the city. There is a proposed project entitled Swimming Pool for Women. This feature attracts women who do not normally have access to the pool, including Muslim women. The pool then becomes a meeting place for diverse communities. Sport is thus considered to be a vehicle for social integration. The sixth part of the Grundtvig project was held in northwestern Bulgaria, in the small city of Kotlegioi. The objective of the program was to show the particular context of Kotlegiui, and especially due to the presence of the famous nuclear power plant. The second objective was to observe the work done with the minorities in the region, especially with the Roma community. Participants had the great opportunity to meet the mayor of Kotlegiui. He did a general presentation of Kotlegiui and its region, and has answered patiently to the questions of the participants. Participants had the opportunity to visit the nuclear power plant. It was a direct way to enter into the topic of the nuclear and its huge impact on the local life, but also on the region and on Bulgaria in general. For the most part of the participants, it was the first time that they visited a nuclear power plant. A lot of impressions and thoughts were shared during the plenary session. The context of the village of Buthan is specific, because almost 40% of the population is belonging to the Roma community. The majority of the children, from 6 to 17 years old, were out of the school system since a long time or never went in. The aim of the center is to offer an educative space in order to support a better social integration of those children. The informal moments have been rich in discoveries and informations about the cultural, social and political realities about the cities we visited. The group participation has greatly added to the quality of the learning process.